Right then, guys. So today we're going to be doing a market breakdown for you. So, as you know, this week we made 23k trading NFP, but that's not actually how we trade. So today we're going to show you how we would analyze the markets for the upcoming week to see where prices potentially going to move. So, without further ado, let's jump straight into it. Right, so we're on GBP USD here. So how the market closed on the weekly candle last week was fairly bullish, making an equal low here, meaning we have liquidity down here as well and here now due to that bullish candle, which we will be marking out if my tools show up. There we go. So I always start off by marking my weekly liquidity for potential buyers or sells, and from what I'm seeing, we've got majority of it. I mean, of course, always your highs and lows are always liquidity anyway. So then we're going to jump down into the 4-hour. By the way, we're trading GU, if I haven't said that already, which is my absolute favorite pair known to man. So the two liquidity concepts we will be looking at is your equal highs and lows, which is how I would normally trade it, and your previous day highs and lows, just like that. So we've got liquidity marked out. Our daily bias is bearish, so we will jump down into the 4-hour time frame and look for our range. So with your bias, you never want to trade against your bias. So if you're bullish, you only want to be buying in a bullish market. If you're bearish, you only want to be selling in a bearish market. Otherwise, you'll be buying and selling retracements and pullbacks, which it's a lot more sketchy to buy a pullback than it would be to buy the bias or sell the bias. So right now in the 4-hour, we've just filled a fair value gap in which is created by a order block. Let's say it's normally the last, so if it's a bearish fair value gap, it'd be the last bullish candle, which is this one here, if you want to refine it. So that's a supply zone that created an order block. So strong supply. And as you remember, bearish in the daily. So this supply zone is going to be a key point of this next trade. So what we'll be looking for, I'll be expecting a liquidity sweep, strong bearish. Then you want to mark out your range within the zone. So at a breaker structure here, then got your range. I do it using the fib retracement tool personally. If it works. So this is your premium. This is your discount. We want to sell in the premium, buy in the discount. It's quite self-explanatory, really. And then we'll jump into the 1 hour time frame. Mark out any more supply and demand zones, order blocks, however you trade, or me personally, how I trade. But to the left here, we haven't really got much going on to stop it, other than this strong supply. So there's not a lot to mark out other than anything that will stop it from this side. In this area, we've got the demand with the daily liquidity sitting below it. So if I was to enter a buy there, I'd wait for that liquidity to get swept, look for a bullish candle, and then buy on my entry model. And then, of course, we'll have a demand zone down here somewhere. We'll go with this whole range, which for price to carry on being bearish in the 4 hour time frame, we will need it to break that area. So that's our analysis. This is the medium time frames that I'm using. So I use 4 hours for my daily bias, my bias for the day. 1 hour and 15 minutes for my medium time frames, and 5 minutes and 1 minute for my entry points. So if I was to make a sell point up here, I'd probably be targeting this order block right here. Got equal highs here. So that makes this daily liquidity even more of a attraction point for price to go to. I mean, this would be an order block, that would be an order block. There's so many price points where you can notice all these things, but you only really want to be aiming for the bigger moves where there will be a stronger zone, or a zone where price will be attracted to. So this isn't a lesson, obviously, so I'm not going to go too far into it. Into all the liquidity zones and supply and demand and all that. I'm not going to go too far into it. So obviously, same again, EURUSD sort of correlates with GBPUSD, so it's bearish. Click the right buttons. So that's my daily liquidity marked up. Most recent low after breaking structure. Most recent high created breaker structure. 4 hour strong, 4 hour weak because it's bearish. Mark out your supply. Then mark out your demand at the bottom. Then you want to see whether price is in premium or discount. Obviously it's in discount, so you'd be looking for a buy, but because we're bearish, I won't look for a buy. I won't trade a pullback. I mean, there is ways to trade pullbacks, but obviously there's a lot more uncertainty in it. Unless obviously you're scalping, then you wouldn't look in the 4 hour time frame. So it's irrelevant. It don't matter if it's correlating with the 4 hour time frame when scalping. Got order block in the hour, 4 hour, sorry. Right, so now we jump down into the 1 hour. This is where we mark out our zones. I keep pressing that. On there. To there. Just like that. Then we've got an order block. All right there. And then we've got another order block here. You'll mark them out. Then you'll know when price hits a more of a key area, so you can see what price is planning on doing. Nothing. Order block here. So I mean, if you're trading this retracement, absolutely perfect entry point for it, as long as your entry model exists during. I mean, you've got not equal highs, sorry. Liquidity set up here, liquidity set up here. Yeah, there's liquidity literally everywhere on the chart. So you only want to mark out your key zones. I mean, you have a liquidity here, which price is taken. Drop back below, not enough liquidity there for momentum. Okay. So that's, I've got my key areas marked out for EURUSD for the week. Not the week, it'll probably be, yeah, majority of the week. Just make sure that I haven't missed anything. Oh, I'm already in 1 hour. I mean, some would mark their range from here to here because of the breaker structure there, but I mean, it's all down to personal preference, really. You could trade that, but because my most recent high is up here, breaker structure. So I don't know what was on there for me. So that is blue I've got a trade open currently on GJ, which was a very bad entry on it. Entry model showed, then drawdown hit. You know, it's a common thing. It doesn't always go the way that you want it to go. So, well, I did actually get close out of this one before the weekend, because I don't trade weekends. I won't hold over the weekend even, sorry. So I got out of that in profit. Only about 1 hour, I think it was. So any profit's better than no profit at the end of the day. Right then, so my last pair will be Euro AUD. I like to choose 3 pairs for the day, for the week. So I've not got too much going on. I'll only really trade them 3 pairs for the week. Nothing else really. I mean, if gold or silver come up with a good trade, then I'll enter that. But that's mainly it. I like to keep a so I'll trade GJ, GU, EU, and Euro AUD mainly. And then you've got a mixture of currencies there. All right, so we've got breaker structure in the 4 hour, previous day highs and previous day lows. Once you've got your analysis model out, it only really takes a half hour. Sorry, it only really takes about half hour to analyze 3 pairs, 10 minutes on each, making sure that you've got everything correct. Go back to them, re-look at them, make sure you haven't missed out, and then it's waiting for market to open. I mean, I normally don't trade Mondays, so I'll do my analysis through today and tomorrow. Watch it tomorrow to see what it's doing, because obviously it's a new week candle. So price needs to decide on what it's doing for the day. On Euro AUD, that we've swept the daily liquidity, previous day liquidity in the 4 hour time. I can't remember what we said it was. It was bullish, wasn't it? Bearish and daily. Bearish. Currently bullish. Breaker structure. So we're bearish turning bullish potentially. So I'll be looking for buys as well. 4 hour strong. Most recent high. 4 hour week. Just like that. Map out your range using your fib retracement tool. So if you want to use this exact tool, then that's the settings. Just so you know, your premiums and discounts, loads of traders use it. I mean, the Trading Geek being one for you, if you've heard of him, the 1% Club. So I've got my 4 hour highs, my 4-hour lows, my 4-hour range. I've got my breaker structure and my daily liquidity. So now what we want to do is mark out any key zones. Order block down here, the 4-hour. So that'll be a good potential buy-in zone. So order block demand. So it's a strong, weak supply. I mean, and order block due to fair value gap right there. So order block, supply, key zones for the 4-hour time frame. I mean, you can map out your fair value gaps if you like. Some people trade them because it's a price point which attracts price. And then obviously you equal lows as liquidity. So if you're looking for a buy there, I mean, you've got demand there as well. Demand, liquidity sweep up, equal lows down here as well for your liquidity. Oh, you can map out liquidity for, well, no, liquidity sweep and up, my bad. However, this will still be a zone for liquidity. Jump into the 1-hour time frame. Price is still bullish. I mean, this is why you go down. This is why you have a high time frame, medium time frame, and your lower time frame for your entries. Because just from the 4-hour to the 1-hour, you've got a breaker structure here where you could have caught this big move to the upside. That's how you would identify your breaker structures, so you can catch your moves earlier and get them bigger moves. Price is currently seeking fair value. So what we'll do is we'll mark out this demand. Got another one here. I'll mark out your supply at the top. A demand somewhere in the equilibrium. So if it hits it, you'll have an alert on it, and then you can look for an entry model if it appears, and then you can enter. And then obviously your demand right at your demand or your key zone right at the bottom. So mine being an order block, which is still a demand at the same time, which makes it even stronger. Price where institutions will look to enter for a buy on retest. So that's my 3 pairs for the week, really. I'll be keeping an eye on them. I'll update them in my Telegram, on my Instagram, so you can see how these ideas play out during the week. I will also be trading them on my 5K account, which I made the 23K on as well. However, it is now risk-free, so I'll be trading this analysis this week on that 5K account rather than my funded account, and doing it in episodes so that you can see our trade. It also proves that any model works on any account as long as your risk is correct. So I'll be filming that throughout this whole week, and then I'll upload it Friday because I probably won't trade Friday. So I'll have 3 to 4 days trading it. We'll upload it, so you can see how these ideas pan out. Right, so that's it for today then, guys. So as you can see, we've mapped out key areas on 3 different pairs, did our range method, supply and demand zones, order blocks, liquidity. Now we'll set our alerts, wait for price to hit these areas, look for our entry model, and then enter them during the week, hopefully, as long as it pans out as you expect. You can't guess the market. With trading, it's all about trying to predict where it's going to go next. And that is the only way you can do it. So my predictions for the week. You can't guess the market. You can't be 100% sure on where the market's going to go. You can only predict where it's going to go from your analysis. So this is why you need to make sure you have so many different confluences when you're trading. Yeah, some people will be like, oh, I only trade fair value gaps. I'll buy it, I'll sell it when it hits it, which is fair enough, but it's a weak model. You need to have 4, 5 different confluences as to when price hits it, what's going on, it's a stronger zone, etc., etc., etc. So that's it for today then, guys. Hopefully I will see you on my next video trading the 5K account. So if not, I'll see you on the next market breakdown. Peace.